Any traps around this? See what's in it. A mace, soul gem, lockpicks, and a ruby.
Wonderful. Remarkably well preserved, too. Here's the blood seal, another of the lost Akaviri arts. No doubt triggered by, well, blood. Your blood, Dragonborn. Look here. You see how the ancient blades revered me with Cyrodiil?
Seal on the floor.
Try using my blood on it? Oh.
This whole place appears to be a shrine. Ended the Akaviri invasion. Amazing. You can see how the Akaviri craftsmen were beginning to embrace the more flowing Nordic style.
We're here for Alduin's wall, right, Esbern?
Yes. We'll have more time to look around later, I suppose. Let's see what's up ahead.
Oh, I was wondering if I could light those myself. I guess not. Well, what's over here? Dragonbane, an Imperial Sword, Mace Etiquette, Blade's Shield, Blade's Armor, was Dragonbane. See that? 20 points extra damage to dragons, 10 points of shock damage to others. It's pretty good. Yeah, I'll put that on my favorites. And a bunch of katanas. Do those do more damage than the Dragon's Bane? Yeah, the base damage is better, but the enchantment makes it better than those. Wow, why can everyone but me like those?
Here is Alduin. This battle goes back to the beginning of time, when Alduin and the Dragon Cult ruled over Skyrim. Here, the humans rebelled against their dragon overlords, the legendary Dragon War. Alduin's defeat is the centerpiece of the war. You see, here is falling from the sky. The Nord Tongs, masters of the voice, are arrayed against him.
So does it show how they defeated him? Isn't that why we're here?
Ah, patience, my dear. The Akaviri were not a straightforward people. Everything is couched in allegory. Mythic symbolism. Yes, yes. This here, coming from the mouths of the Nord heroes, this is the Akaviri symbol for shout. But there's no way to know what shout is meant.
You mean they used a shout to defeat Alduin? You're sure?
Oh, yes. Presumably something rather specific to dragons. Or even Alduin himself. Remember, This is where they recorded all they knew of Alduin and his return.
So we're looking for a shout then. Damn it. You ever heard of such a thing? A shout that can knock a dragon out of the sky?
The Greybeards might know.
You're probably right. I was hoping to avoid having to involve them in this, but it seems we have no choice.
What do you have against the Greybeards?
If they had their way, you do nothing but sit up on their mountain with them and talk to the sky or whatever it is they do. The Greybeards are so afraid of power that they won't use it. Think about it. Have they tried to stop the Civil War or done anything about Alduin? No. And they're afraid of you, of your power. Trust me, there is no need to be afraid. Think of Tiber Septim. Do you think he'd have founded the Empire if he'd listened to the Greybeards?
Don't worry, I'm not afraid of my own power.
Good. The Greybeards can teach you a lot, but don't let them turn you away from your destiny. You're Dragonborn, and you're the only one who can stop Alduin. Don't forget it.
Better go see what Arngir knows about the shout.
Right. Good thing they've already let you into their little cult. Not likely they'd help Esbern or me if we came calling. We'll look around Skyhaven Temple and see what else the old blades might have left for us. It's a better hideout than I could have hoped for. Talos guard you.
Look here, in the third panel. The prophecy which brought the Akaviri to Tamriel in the first place, in search of the Dragonborn. Here are the Akaviri, the blades. You see their distinctive longswords. Now they need their ancient mission fulfilled, as the last Dragonborn contends with Alduin at the end of time. Are you paying attention, Delphine? You might learn something of our own history.
And is there anything else up here? So, what do I have to do in here? Use this door as well. I don't know why it's telling me to go down that way. But I have to go to High Rothgar. To go see what the Greybeards are doing. Haven't seen them in a while either.
Your training proceeds well, Dragonborn.
I need to learn a shout used to defeat Alduin.
Where did you learn of that? Who have you been talking to?
It was recorded on Alduin's wall.
The Blades, of course. They specialize in meddling in matters they barely understand. Their reckless arrogance knows no bounds. They have always sought to turn the Dragonborn from the path of wisdom. Have you learned nothing from us? Would you simply be a tool in the hands of the Blades to be used for their own purposes?
The Blades just want to defeat Alduin, don't you?
What I want is irrelevant. This shout was used once before, was it not? And here we are again. Have you considered that Alduin was not meant to be defeated? Those who overthrew him in ancient times only postponed the day of reckoning. They did not stop it. If the world is meant to end, so be it. Let it end and be reborn.
So you won't help me?
No, not now. Not until you return to the path of wisdom. Forgive me, I was intemperate. I allowed my emotions to cloud my judgment. Master Einoth reminded me of my duty. The decision whether or not to help you is not mine to make.
So you can teach me the shout?
No, I cannot teach it to you, because I do not know it. It is called Dragon Rend, but its words of power are unknown to us. We do not regret this loss. Dragon Rend holds no place within the way of the voice.
What's so bad about Dragon Rend?
It was created by those who had lived under the unimaginable cruelty of Alduin's dragon cult. Their whole lives were consumed with hatred for dragons, and they poured all their anger and hatred into this shout. When you learn a shout, you take it into your very being. In a sense, you become the shout. In order to learn and use this shout, you will be taking this evil into yourself.
So if the shout is lost, how can I defeat Alduin?
But not Dragon Rend. The knowledge of that shout was lost in the time before history began. Perhaps only its creators ever knew it, but I am not the one to speak of it to you.
So if the shout is lost, how can I defeat Alduin?
Only Paarthurnax, the master of our order, can answer that question, if he so chooses. Wind, guide you.
I'm still supposed to talk to
To
him?
get the answers you seek, you must travel to the top of the mountain and speak to our master, Paarthurnax.
I need to speak to Paarthurnax then.
You weren't ready. You still aren't ready. But, thanks to the blades, you now have questions that only Paarthurnax can answer.
Why haven't I met him yet?
He lives in seclusion on the very peak of the mountain. He speaks to us only rarely, and never to outsiders. Being allowed to see him is a great privilege.
How do I get to the top of the mountain to see him?
He is our leader. He surpasses us all in his might. Only those whose voice is strong can find the path. We will teach you a shout to open the way to Paarthurnax.
I have a lot of regeneration potions here.